Hello folks, Piano Man Steve here. Welcome to my tutorial for the 80s classic Against All Odds by Phil Collins. We are going to do what we always do. We're going to take it section by section, break it down note by note, chord by chord, and teach it to you exactly as it was played, or at least to the very best that my ears can tell me. And you know, I don't promise that I'm always 100% right, but I'm pretty darn close most of the time. So I'll give you the best effort that I've got. And this is a wonderful song, a lot of fun to play, and it's something that I've gotten not only a lot of requests from people to make the tutorial for, but I get a lot of requests to play it when I'm out and about at gigs. So I think that it'll be a great piece to add to your repertoire. And I think I've talked enough. I think you didn't buy this to hear me give you an introduction. So in the next section we're going to get started, and I'll see you there. Thanks so much for your business. Alright, well, we're going to start by learning the little intro line that goes like this. Okay, and then we'll move to a different section from there. This opens on an E flat 7, an E flat minor 7 chord. So here's middle C. What you're going to want to do with your left hand is find octaves on E flats. Middle C, first E flat below, second E flat below. So it goes like this. It's pretty simple in the left hand. 2, 3, boom, A flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. So if you notice, what we're doing is we play this and hold it, and on the fourth beat, just the thumb back up and down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on A flat. Then back to E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fairly straightforward and simple, not a very complicated left hand part. The right hand, you're going to want to find, well, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put your pinky down on a G flat. You're going to want your fourth finger on an E flat. Your third finger will be on D flat. Your index finger here on B flat. And your thumb will be on A flat. That's the position that your hand is going to be in. Your opening chord actually is B flat, D flat, and E flat together like this. Bum. And we're playing kind of in eighth notes. So if the tempo is 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. So ba da 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 da, 1 and 2 and. So your opening chord is here, followed immediately with your thumb on A flat, so it is here, then B flat, ba da da. The next thing you want to do your pinky right there on G flat, followed by your fourth finger on F, like so. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it's kind of syncopated. 1 and 2 and 3 and. You slow it down a little bit. With the left hand, it looks like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 from there, you play C and E flat together like so, and it's up, ba-da, ba-da, up to A flat with your pinky. Ba-da. And to round it out, it's ba-da-da on just C. With your hand normal looking. I like to keep as many fingers out of the way for you to be able to see what I'm playing as possible, but when your hand looks normal, it looks like so. Okay, so the whole line goes. Okay, so with the two hands together, take a look. Excuse me. Even slower. One more time really slow, and then I'll play it at regular tempo with my hands in normal position. And when you speed it up and put your hands where they belong, it looks like this. And there you go. That's the intro to the song. I will see you in the next section where we're going to look at the first part of the verse, and I will see you there. Okay, we're going to take a look at the verse. Lucky for you, it basically is the exact same thing both times that you play it. So if you learn it once, you've got two verses of the song already learned. So where we're going to start out is on B flat, and it's a B flat minor 7. Turn my camera light on here. There we go. In your left hand, you're going to be on octave B flats. Here's your middle C. Not the first B flat down, but the second. There you go with your thumb. So you're right here. And it's a pretty straightforward left hand part. All you're going to be doing is going octave, thumb, octave, thumb. So it's like 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So it's not a real complicated thing you're doing down here. So anyway, it's B flat, then to C, C, D. It's D flat, I'm sorry, I said D. B flat, C, D flat, E flat. From here, we go to G flat and we want to go down. So we were here and we want to go down to that G flat. So G flat, and then you just hold this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, then F, F, B flat, B flat, E flat. Okay, so let's review the notes again real quick, and then there's a little thing at the end, and we'll kind of take it. We're going to take this section and break it into some subsections so that you don't have to memorize all of it in one shot. But again, it's B flat, C, D flat, E flat, down to G flat, and it's just holding it for 4 notes. So it's just, or for 4 counts. So we were here, bum, G flat, 2, 3, 4, F, F, B flat, B flat, E flat. That's all the farther I'm going to go for right this second. So take a look at the right hand. The right hand's pretty simple rhythmically as well. You're just kind of playing quarter notes, but you're playing it on chords. So your first chord is a B flat minor 7, which you want to voice as A flat, D flat, and F. And when it's over the left hand, you have your root note down there, and it's so 1, 2. Then it goes to a C minor 7, so B flat, E flat, and G. Then it's just a D flat major chord, D flat, F, and A flat. And then over the E flat, we have kind of a fun chord. Okay? What you play is what would essentially be an E flat minor 7, B flat, D flat, and G flat. But you add an added 9th on there. It's an E flat 9, E flat minor 9. So you're playing the A flat up here with your pinky. So take a look again, just watch this kind of progress up. Okay, so when we hit the E flat, we play the E flat minor 9 on, I believe we're on count 3, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. On count 4, you play D flat, G flat, and B flat. So it's and what it is it's sort of a transition chord, because that's where you're going to be for the next bass note. So take a look at this. Take a look at me now. Okay, sorry about that. Couldn't resist. Take a look at what I'm doing here in context. 2, 3, 4. I know I slowed down at the end. I just wanted to make sure you caught that. I'll play it in tempo this time. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we come down to a G flat in the bass, clear down here as we talked about. And you're just on this G flat chord, D flat, G flat, and B flat. 1, 2. Then it moves to an A flat chord over the G flat bass. This is where you're just holding the G flat bass for 4 counts and letting it ring. So it's 1, 2. Now you jump clear up to A flat, C, and E flat. Then it goes down to F, and you stay right here for count 1 because it's A flat, C, and E flat are an F minor 7. So it's here, then you jump down to this inversion, just C, E flat, and A flat. So bum, bum. So let's get to that point from where we started first. Take a look. One more time, then we'll move on. Okay, now from here, we move down to a B flat minor again, only this time the inversion is F, A flat, and D flat. Okay, on count 1. So, we've gone, we were here, now we finally go, we stray away from quarter notes for just a second, so it was 1, 2, now it's ba-bum. Sorry, I will get it right. So it goes, so it's da-da, and it's B flat and D flat together, and then F and D flat together, like so, because you're kind of working your way into the next chord. So again, let's see, let's get to that point and watch it in context, and you're just going to want to play it, by the way, with this fingering, thumb and pinky, thumb and pinky. It could be thumb and fourth finger, and then pinky and index if you want. It can be like that. If that's comfortable, I just go. So that's up to you. But let's get to that point, watch it in context. Again. Okay, now we've gone from here. Simply go to an E flat minor, B flat, E flat, G flat, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an A flat major, A flat, C, E flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what's happening in the left hand? Well, we've gone this far. We've gotten to, we've gone bum, da, dum, da, dum, and then we do our little hold the G flat, F, F, B flat, and then it's 1, 2, 3, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and 4 and 1. It's actually the and of 3. So when we go and we come down on this E flat minor chord we just learned, you're on octave E flats and it's 1, 2, On the and of 3, you want to come down on that B flat. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. Down to octave A flats. 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Again. And you know what you're doing is think of it as 1, 2, ba da, ba da. See, ba da. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go through the whole thing, watch it in context. That's when it's easiest to learn, and then you'll be able to go back. I'll play through it really slow several times, and I'll play it through it at regular tempo a couple times with my hands normal, and then we'll move on. Again. Again. One more time for good measure, and then I'll show it to you at regular tempo. Okay, your hands normal and at regular speed should come out like this. And one more time, just like that. There you go, there's the verse. I will catch you in the next section where we will learn the chorus. See you there. Okay, well now we're on to the chorus of the song, and so we've just been here. Now, you're going to stay on A flat basses, A flat octaves in the bass in your left hand, like so. And if you count, there's a little maneuver here. It's 1, 2, 3, ba-da-da. 1, 2, 3, ba-da-da. Pinky, thumb, pinky, ba-da-da. 1 and 2 and 3 and a ba-da. So it's actually on a 16th note. 1, 2 and 3 and ba-da-ba. So that's one of the more ornamental things that happens in the left hand through the whole song. 2, 3, ba-da-da, then again on A flat, B flat, G flat, E flat, A flat, A flat, A flat. Again, B flat, G flat, E flat, A flat. That's the pattern that your left hand's going to follow. So that first time through, it's 1, 2, 3, ba-da-da, bum, 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 bum. Sorry about that. E flat, A flat. So I'll cover that again. I just wanted to give you an overview. Let me show you the chords going on in the right hand, and then we'll show them together, play through it slow like we always do. You're going to start out on a D flat major chord. F, A flat, D flat. Middle C is right there. And it's just quarter notes like we've been doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it goes to an E flat 7 chord, which is G, B flat, and D flat. It's also could be called a G diminished. Okay? And it is over an A flat bass. So you're here. Then here. So together it looks like this. Again. Now we move to a B flat minor chord. F, B flat, and D flat. And that's 1, 2. Now it's to a G flat major. G flat, D flat, and G flat. Now to an E flat minor, which is B flat, E flat, and G flat. To an A flat major again. A flat, C, and E flat. So watch that whole line. I'm going to play to that point slow. Take a look at it with both hands. Again. One more time. Okay, now from there we play the same chords except we change the inversions in the right hand. At that point we jump up to here. Now here's your D flat chord, A flat, D flat, and F, like so. And there is no after that, just on the first one, ba-da-da. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go B flat, D flat, and G, like so. We've inverted it from here to here. See? So 1, 2. Okay, now our B flat minor is here, D flat, F, B flat. Your G flat chord is D flat, G flat, B flat. Your E flat minor is here, E flat, G flat, B flat. And then we end it by playing kind of an A flat suspension, and it looks like this. You play E flat, A flat, and D flat, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, then resolve it down to a C, and it's just an A flat major. And getting softer, so it's like you kind of so it's almost kind of an afterthought. You release the tension, you resolve that suspension, but it's soft and kind of fades away. So take a look at that segment, starting with the inverted D flat chord, and I'll play it all the way through. Watch my hands and both sides. Again. And on that suspension, it's important to remember that your left hand is just playing whole notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's none of the 3, 4, and 1 on there. So, all right, I'm going to play from the very beginning of the chorus all the way to that place so you can see that a couple of times and watch how it all works in context. And again. One more time, slow and contorted, then I'll do it at regular tempo with my hands normal. Sorry, I screwed it up already. regular speed without your hands all screwy, it looks like so. I always forget to put that little ornament in, sorry. There you go. That is the chorus. In the next section, I'm going to show you how to come out of the song at the end, and then I'm going to show you some ways that you can kind of ornament it and add pace and a little bit of flair to it so that you have some choices. And then I'll run through the song from beginning to end so you can see how to take these pieces and turn it into the whole thing, and then we're done. So I'll see you in the next section. Okay, so at the end of the song, you come back to what we played at the intro, which is... I'm not going to reteach that because you can watch the beginning, the first section of this video to learn that. But, so you play through that in its entirety the way that we did. Boom, 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 now there's a slight altercation. It goes like this. Alteration, rather. And that is how it ends. So what are we doing? Well, we start out exactly where we were. On E flat, it's E flat, D flat, B flat, and E flat octaves. And in the left hand you go E, it's E flat, bum, dum, and then D flat, C, G flat, A flat. Again. The right hand, you still come down on your E flat, D flat, B flat, and go. So chord A flat, B flat, G flat, F, which is exactly what we did before. So far we're exactly like we were before, except now you play these two together, E flat and D flat. It's here, A flat, D flat. So C and E flat, A flat. Then simply down to G flat and B flat, A flat and C. So watch me play it. I'll slow it way down a few times, and I want to point out, if you have not already mastered the intro, which we learned in the first section of this video, you absolutely should before you try to take this on. Okay? Go learn, because I'm not explaining most of it in that depth because it would be repetitive from what I've already done. So learn the intro first. Once that's under your fingers, then there's just this one little section to learn, and you'll have it down. Okay? So the entire outro. Oops, I botched that. See, I haven't even mastered it. Yes, I have. I just made a mistake. So again. Once again. And again. And at full speed again. There you go. Okay, in the next section, I'm just going to give you some ideas on how to take what we've already learned and kind of augment them a little bit, and give it a little bit of a flourish so that you can pick and choose some. So you can create minor differences if you want to add intensity. So I'll see you there. Alrighty, well, this section is just to give you some ideas on things you can do to spice this up a little bit without really changing anything that you've learned. Most important, in the bass line, the bass line stays the same through most of the song, and I would point out that the piano part, by and large, does keep a fairly... When you're playing in a band on the piano, it's kind of important to either, unless you and the bass player have like worked it out and you can lock in exactly what each other are doing, you kind of don't want to get too crazy with playing anything other than maybe holding a note and just letting it be there, or not play with your left hand at all. So what's actually being played on the piano is pretty boring. A lot of just kind of whole notes, you know. And they're letting the bass player go boo, 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 you know, that kind of thing. You don't want to do that on the piano, but so that is what was being played. But what you can do if you want is add a little bit of pace. Anyone who's already got some of my videos knows that I'm a total, like, I'm a drum beater for pace. And what you can do is, at any time you want in the song, instead of holding whole notes, just 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 3. Does that make sense? So, in, you know, 1, 2, and 3. And 1, and 3. What that does is it kind of simulates what a kick drum, the bass drum, would be doing. In a rock beat, if you're not familiar with it, a bass drum is often going something like that, and then take a look at me now. So when you're playing the piano, you can actually kind of create the pace that the drum beat would be giving you by simply 1, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and you can do that in the chorus or the verse. So you know the bass line, or you know the bass notes, so you can just be doing things like, you know, on the verse, how can I just let you walk away? different than just holding a bass line, like a whole note. Or a half note even. So, if it were me and I were you, what I would do to try and simulate the feel of the recording is on the first verse, I would play it very vanilla. I would just play... Okay, but on the second verse or the third verse, I would add the and again, you're not playing anything that wasn't there, you're just adding that. Instead of just 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3. So you're just adding that little bit of charge. It gives you a little extra something. The other thing that you can do as the song progresses, almost every chord you play in the song is 3 notes. Almost every chord. So what you can do, whether it's 3 notes or 4, whatever notes are being played other than what your thumb is playing, play those first. And then toggle with your thumb and turn it from a quarter note to an eighth note. So 1 and, instead of just going 1 for a quarter note, 1 and. So it'd be like this. That's just something you can do that, again, adds a little bit of extra movement. Now you could do just that and have less movement in the left hand, or you can have movement in the left hand and keep your right hand vanilla. I don't care. Any combination you choose is fine, but you can use these different tricks to build more, to have an arc of intensity and an arc of movement in your song. Because if you listen to the song, it starts out with just piano, and it's also being doubled by like a Fender Rhodes or like a kind of an FM piano type thing, electric piano, and then they bring and the bass I think is there, and then they start bringing in drums and other things, and by the time you get to the end of the song, instead of just being this simple kind of which is very much how it starts out. By the end of the song, it sounds like okay, now, and the reason I'm sharing this stuff with you is that the main thing that I get asked a lot by people is, how do you have such a full sound on what you're playing? You don't look like you're moving your hands that much. You seem to be playing more notes. I'm not really playing more notes. What I have learned how to do over time is use the space that I have effectively. And I'm telling you that you can really build a lot of intensity and have a lot more pace and have a dynamic arc to your song with simple things like going, playing at whole notes and half notes versus one and two and boom, in the bass line. The difference between those two things is astronomical, and so is the difference between playing straight quarter notes and breaking the chord into two pieces with the rest of your hand and your thumb and playing it as an eighth note and going. Is that what was done on the recording? Absolutely not. But if what you're doing is playing it on solo piano and you're trying to create the effect of the recording, then you're going to want to do some things to create more intensity by the end of the song than at the beginning of the song. All that being said, you don't have to. You can play the whole thing just straight. You can just do your... You can do that. It's not a problem. And I don't want you to think that I would think any less of you or that the world is not going to recognize the song or anything. But if you want to, you can use these little tips. Split the chord in two and take the chord notes and turn it into an eighth note. Ba da 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 da. With the bass line, play the exact same notes, but instead of a half note, 1, 2, and down, and down, da da. Those two things used, either one of them by themselves or together, will create a tremendous amount of pace, and it makes it really fun to play. So, see you in the next section. We're going to do a wrap up. I'm going to show you how all these little things that we've learned get put together and turn into Against All Odds. So I'll see you there. Alrighty, well, at this point all I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the song from top to bottom so you can see where all the little sections that we've learned fit together and turn into the song. We start out, of course, with our intro. Excuse me, ba ba ba. Do that again. This would be a time where you could add maybe pace in just the left hand or just the right hand. Now we're on to the chorus for the first time. Now we've changed to the second inversion there. Now we have another verse. This is a time where if you've practiced it, it'd be great to add pace in both the right and the left hand. Oops. To the chorus. Okay, so, and remember the first time through a chorus we play it in this inversion, and I'm putting the pace in because I wanted you to see how that would work, but I'm going to go back to playing it vanilla now. what we do here, we go back to an A flat because we have to play through the chorus one more time before we do our... And the second time through, they play through that chorus 3 times. So we've gone up here. Just back to an A flat, and then right back as if we were playing through the chorus the second time through. Now, and then we're back to this. Okay, and that's Against All Odds. Fun song, beautiful song, and gives me such fond memories of listening to American Top 40 with Casey Kasem back in the 80s. It was one of my favorite pastimes on Sunday afternoon and evening. Anyway, great tune. Thanks again. I appreciate your business, and as always, I just appreciate that you do what you're doing. You guys are primarily, I don't have very many students that are, in 3rd grade being forced to do this by their mommy. You guys are adults. You're making time outside of your other responsibilities to better yourself and learn something new, and that is so cool. I wish more people were like you. You guys inspire me. It's a pleasure to be able to do this for a living, and I wouldn't be able to without you. So thank you, and thanks for letting me be a part of your musical journey. I will see you on the next tutorial, and please remember in the meantime that if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. Okay guys, happy playing. Piano Man Steve signing out.